Hi, this is Beta from the official forums, and I wanted to make a video showing how the Blizzcon elemental ring, you can see rotating through elements here, interacts with the Tal Rasha set on the PTR. And after showing you how it interacts, kind of talk about whether or not it should be adjusted. As you can see right now, the Blizzcon elemental ring, which I have equipped right here, it's not a great one, it's just for showing how it works. You can see it rotating between arcane, fire, cold, and lightning. And that's what it rotates through for the wizards, just those four things, which is coincidentally what Tal Rasha also uses. I've got 5 pieces of Tal Rashas on, along with a Royal Ring of Grandeur. The way Tal Rasha currently works is when you cast a spell, which to make it convenient right now, I have it as 1, 2, 3, and 4 for my different selection spells, and to also make it easy to show, you'll see right down here when I cast an arcane spell, 1 buff appears, frost a second one, lightning a third, and fire a fourth of the Tal Rasha elements buffs. Those buffs only last 3 seconds right now, which is pretty short, and also makes it extremely difficult to synergize with the Blizzcon ring as it stands now. Both these buffs are very short, so in order to take advantage of it, you have to be very precise in your clicking, which I'll show you sitting in town is even difficult to do. What I'm going to aim to do to try and take full advantage of this ring and the Tal Rasha set is whichever buff I currently have, I want to be the 4th thing I cast. This is my guess at how the developers wanted it to interact. So my 4th attack, which is hitting for a little over 9 times normal damage, is now getting the buff from the elemental ring, which then multiplies the damage further. It's pretty different compared to what we've done in Diablo before of just casting 1 spell. I like the idea of using different spells, but the way it's currently designed, it's kind of hard to take advantage of that without speccing towards stuff that really kind of doesn't work well. So I have to have Astral Presence to maintain my arcane power regeneration, along with just Arcanaut right now, just to even show how it all works with all spenders, because it's really not worth it to focus on a cast with a signature spell right now, unless you're using Mirror Ball, which then makes it harder to use Tal Rasha's, and then if it's harder to use the Royal Ring, yeah, it's kind of a mess. But so I'm going to try and rotate through on some casts and just show how kind of difficult it is to have your 4th spell land in this buff all within the 5 second or 6 seconds. And we'll start with the next one, which is lightning. So we'll play fire. After fire comes lightning. Now arcane. Frost. I just screwed that one up. Fire. Lightning. Now back to arcane. Now frost again. Fire. I mean, the playstyle itself is kind of interesting, but it just lends to making it difficult to do. And then you run out of arcane power. I think if the buffs were made just a little bit longer, you could probably weave and continue that kind of pattern. But you're stuck into a situation where you need more arcane power, and you need, I mean, you want to have an armor spell on your escape, so armor and teleport. My kind of suggestions would be, I mean, the way it's currently designed, we're just casting 3 spells to provide a buff. If we have 3 spells that actually, or 4 spells that actually do damage, that do substantial damage, it allows us to cast those spells to do damage and do a rotation like this. Whereas if the way it's currently designed, it doesn't promote that kind of play. It just promotes things, casting things whether you hit something or not. Yeah, I hope this set ends up making it through in a little bit different of an iteration. I think it has a lot of potential, and it's definitely really cool to see fireballs rain down from the sky. I think the ring is really cool, and especially with Tal Rasha's, if it promotes this kind of weaving play style, would be both interesting and rewarding, because you can see the damage here can go all the way up to 200%, which already makes it a little bit better than the new focus restraint set of rings. So, you know, this way you can fit in a Unity or a Royal Ring of Grandeur, whatever you want, with the Blizzcon Elemental Ring, while making it not feel like it's a negative. Because a lot of people looking at it right now feel like it's as if you have a buff for 5 seconds, and then you have, you know, 15 seconds of time where you're just waiting to get that buff again, which is kind of how Holy Priests used to feel in WoW with their chakras, and I know that's not the intended design. So if you're able to make it where you have all your things as all 4 of your elemental spells as spenders, you kind of don't care which one it is if they all do significant damage, and you can take advantage of whatever buff you currently have. And I think that would be pretty neat. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I'll make some more videos for the PTR.